Many lives have been destroyed by terrible and stupid remarks. Way back in St. Anthony, one boy came to me and told me that a teacher looked at him and called him a gay boy, that he was behaving like women, like a girl. And this boy became moody and depressed. Of course, I gave it hard on the teacher. I messed the teacher up. But later I sat the boy down and began to talk sense into him. And I told him, don't allow the careless remarks of those who knew next to nothing about your life to rob you of your sense of self-worth and dignity. Don't allow it. So I don't know who is playing second fiddle in this school. I don't know who is playing like a low achiever in this school. But I want to challenge you. People have made boasts about your talents and gifts. It's all left for you. Go and read that book by Ben Carson, Think Big. Let that book inspire and challenge you. Ben Carson in the class was regarded as the worst student, the dumbest kid in the class. At the end of every term, he has never struggled with bottom position with anybody. At the end of every term, he takes the last position with all pleasure and goes home. And then one day, the mother saw his report and was going through it. Red pen everywhere. His mother was heartbroken. And the mother told herself, if I allow my child to continue in this way, he will end up amounting to nothing. And this woman took the most thoughtful decision that changed the life of Ben Carson. Do you know the decision the mother took? You know? Who can tell me? Please.
First of all, the woman told them that they can only watch 2 programs a week. And then the woman told the 2 sons, Ben Carson as well, that they should read at least 2 books a week and give a summary of it.
Super! I'll give me a round of applause. I'm giving you a little. Yeah, the mother took a decision and told the kids that henceforth they will be reading 2 novels, 2 books every week, and summarizing 7 for him, for her, and then they select 2 TV programs they'll be watching every week. And these 2 TV programs must never span beyond 2 hours. When this woman made this decision, Ben and his brother were rattled. They were like, Mom, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. And their mom told them, let's see what happens. Because their normal routine before the mother took the decision was, each time they return back from school, they just flip their school bag this way, flip their uniform this way, and the next thing, they're out in the open field playing football. But the moment their mother took the decision, it was end of football for them. Now, over time, neighbors around, we are no longer seeing Ben and his brother outside playing with other kids. They started asking, where are the kids of Sonia Carson? Where are the children of Sonia Carson? One day, some neighbors came to ask the mother, where are your kids? You no longer see them play with our kids. And their mother told them, my kids are inside studying their book. What? Sonia, those children are going to hate you when they grow up. You want to turn them into sissy. Sissy are boys who behave like girls. You want to turn them into sissy. Those kids are going to hate you when they grow up. Sonia Carson said, let them hate me for all they care. I don't give a damn. Until they make something out of their life. And that was the beginning of the transformation that took place in the life of Ben and his brother. Do you know what? One day, something happened in the class that changed the fortune of Ben. Who can tell me what happened in the class? Come forward. Something happened in the class that changed the fortune of Ben. Something.
A teacher asked questions in the class. Only Ben. When the teacher asked the question, was types of rock. And even the smartest person in the class could not answer the question, but Ben raised up his hand and answered the question correctly.
Super! I'll give me a round of applause. Yeah. Now, who can tell me the name of the rock which Ben gave and how that rock comes about? Those in geography know it. Do you know it? The name of the rock, because a teacher was asking about a certain rock in the class, and nobody could name the rock until Ben named the rock and gave an explanation about the formation of the rock. You know it? It's okay. Let's hear him.
The name of the rock is called obsidian, and it is formed when lava is mixed with water.
Beautiful! Obsidian rock that comes as a result of cooling effect of volcanic eruption. That comes as a result of cooling effect of volcanic eruption. Yeah. Now listen. The moment Ben, and in fact, when the teacher asked this question, other people were raising their hands in the class to answer. Nobody was getting the answer. The smartest kid attempted the question and failed. When Ben raised his hand to answer, the whole class erupted in laughter. Ha! Ben! Ordinary Ben. You see forming what? Okay, now, let's see what happens now. When Ben opened his mouth and mentioned obsidian rock, and went on to say that this rock comes as a result of cooling effect of volcanic eruption, the whole class was waiting for the teacher to say wrong. But to their disappointment and shock, the teacher said correct. When the teacher mentioned correct, the class was too stunned to clap. And they could not clap. They were like, Jesus. Ben, the dumbest kid in the class, answering the most difficult question. It happened that in one of the books Ben read, that he read a book about rock formation and read something about that rock. And coincidentally, one day a teacher came into the class and started asking some attention to that rock. And Ben got it. Reading can open your brain and expose you and get you so smart beyond your imagination. Do you know what? From that moment, Ben became a new pride in their school. He became a new pride, went on to ace his exams, and then graduated top of the class. At graduation, 2 powerful universities offered him scholarship, Harvard and Yale. And then he went to Yale. The rest became history. That Ben, at the age of 32, became not only a neurosurgeon, but the world's most famous neurosurgeon, who was among the first doctors to successfully separate Siamese twins. Could you believe that? Book. Ben kept saying something. The mother used to tell him, who can tell me that thing? If you get it, I give you 1,000 naira. Ben kept saying something the mother was telling him. Who can attempt? And that is the message I'm going to use to conclude. Ben kept saying something that each time the mom always makes this point to him.
Everyone can do something, but only you can do it better.
That is not it. That is not it.
You have a brain.
Super! You have a brain. You have a brain. Each time the mom continued to tell Ben, you have a brain. You have a brain. So every time the mom kept happening it into the mind of Ben, you have a brain. Do you know what that statement meant? What that statement meant is simply this: that you have God-given potential. Sit down and develop yourself. You have a brain. What the smartest kid is doing, you can do it. And Ben started believing his mother, and the rest became history for him. I want to tell you, You have a brain. Please, start believing yourself. Start believing yourself. Remember what I told you. The greatest determinant of success is making use of opportunities. Intelligence is universal. Talent is found everywhere. Even children standing on the streets. Even those aboros you are seeing on the street, those staffs you are seeing on the street. If anybody can pick them or had picked any of them, many of them will end up as medical doctors, lawyers, engineers, scientists, and professionals in all walks of life. But many of them will die. If not for what Ben Carson did, Sonia Carson did, the mother of Ben Carson, maybe Ben would have ended up in the street as a tout. But the mother said, we have a brain. Remember what I told you. If you go to Finnish schools in Finland, their motto is this: we can't do what? We can't afford to waste any brain. Please, never you allow your brain to go wasted. Never you allow your brain to go wasted.